Testing for Dolly, and I took her through the Gaited Horse series, and then through the No Worries website I found some of the missing exercises, and so I'm going to try to take her through some of those, and I'm going to see how she does at the fundamentals under saddle. I already tested her on fundamentals on the ground, and she's she's lazy. She was lazy to begin with, and she's still lazy on the ground, so I'm going to have to get her energy going a little bit better. The first thing I'm going to do is flex at a standstill, then I'm going to do one rein stops and the cruising lesson. The cruising lesson, the flexing at a standstill is like this, okay? You pull to your hip, and it should be light enough that you can do it on 2 fingers, and when you put your hand to the hip, they should bring their nose further, which she does. So I'm waiting for her to come even further on her own accord, which I'm not sure if that's a requirement or not, but she's probably going to do it. Or just leave it there. That's good enough because it only took 2 fingers. So she's really soft under saddle on the flexing. And there she gave me her head of her own accord the rest of the way. Right there. Her own accord. So that's good enough. I'm going to do it a couple more times because you can't flex your horse too much as long as you do the other exercises. If all you ever do is flex your horse, then you can probably flex your horse too much. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is yielding the hindquarters, where I should be able to get her to take at least 2 steps underneath herself. I want to look where I'm going, keep her nose around, and we did that. We don't want her butt swinging out around her. We want her nose coming in. That's why my hand goes to my hip, and as I tap her hindquarters, I want them reaching under her at least 2 steps. And then we'll do that the same thing on the other side. And she's really good at this under saddle. I'll do it again. Hindquarters unders, legs stepping over, getting under. Good job, Dolly. Good job. Now the cruising lesson is where you let them walk, trot, canter all over the arena, wherever they want to go, and this teaches them to go your speed. And what you do is you stop them with a 1 rein stop. If they speed up or if they slow down, she's not going to speed up or slow down. If she does, I'll stop her with the 1 rein stop. But in the 1 rein stop, you really want to sit down in your seat before you do it. So sometimes when they're in the trot or something, it's good to post. If you're doing this on gaited horses, gait doesn't really matter at this point because what you're doing is teaching to ride on a loose rein. And when the horse becomes soft and supple and relaxed and collected, they're going to begin to gait naturally on their own. Now I have cut this arena in about 1/3 because it's big, by putting some jumping poles along this side. So this side has no fence, and there may be some space along this side and along that corner that you don't see me. So first I'm going to just walk around. I'm going to pull her to a 1 rein stop. My legs are off of her, so she should stop. Okay, we're going to walk around. Wherever she wants to go. When I get ready to stop, I sit down in my seat and 1 rein stop. She's almost stopping with just my seat. Now, at the same time you're doing this, this is where you're putting on your gas pedal too. Into the trot or the flat walk or whatever gear you're going to do, even if it's a pace, you want to use the squeeze, flop, spank method. Whoa. So the first thing I'm going to do is squeeze her to ask for the gear 2, which is probably going to be her flat walk. It might be her foxtrot, and I really don't care because I'm teaching speed control. And then if she doesn't go into it, then I'm going to cluck. And then if she doesn't go into it, you'll see me take this Makati rein right here, and I'll smack, smack, or spank, spank, and it'll be very light, and it'll be to get her to go ahead and go the speed I'm asking for. So I'm going to let her just do gear 2 all over the arena, and if she tries to speed up or slow down, I'm going to either, for slow down, I'm going to squeeze, cluck, and then spank if I have to, and for stop, I'm going to do 1 rein stop. Now I'm going to go ahead and cruise at a foxtrot. Okay, so that was pretty good. She's always probably going to have the tendency to speed up a little on her way back to the gate, but she pretty much will stay in most any gate that I ask now. Now I'm going to do, let's see what's on the list next. Following the fence. So what you do after you teach them to stay in gate, and you can let them go all the way around the arena on their own with them choosing where they want to go, you begin with 2 hands, but very loose reins, to take them along the fence line. The only time you're going to touch the rein, or not touch it, but move it, is if they commit to going 10 to 15 feet away from the fence line, and then you're just going to gently slide your hand down and pull them back in until they're straight along the fence line again. And you do that at the walk, trot, and canter, or walk, gait, and canter, or walk, gait, and canter, or whatever. Walk. Okay, so at the walk and the flat walk, I never had to encourage her to, I did have to encourage her to keep going a little bit, but I didn't have to encourage her to come back to the fence. So she's learned that lesson pretty well. I say she gets flying colors. I'm going to go ahead and do this at the foxtrot. Loose rein. Whoa. Okay. So she kind of gets, you know, in the foxtrot, she kind of tends to speed up a little bit, but that's all dealt with later. Right now, she passes the riding on the fence line with flying colors. I never have to correct her. Once I point her along the fence line, she goes. But if your horse does tend to wander off the fence line, what you want to do is pull them back once they commit. You don't anticipate them pulling away and then correct them. You make them make the mistake first. So they have to commit to going 10 feet or 15 feet away from the fence, and then you swiftly pull them back, not a jerk, but a pull back. And then they understand what they've done wrong. The next thing following the fence is we're going to canter diagonals and see if we can do that straight. So you'll be seeing me go this way across in a diagonal and that way across in a diagonal. And that's going to be at the canter. Boom. Okay, so you can see Dolly needs a little bit of work at the diagonal. She's full of anticipation, and she's also as lazy as she is under saddle. Once she gets to cantering, sometimes she gets in a hurry. This girl can do barrels and poles. She can really do it all. And part of the EXCA training is that you go fast, and then you have to come down to an immediate stop and calmly do obstacles. So she did all right on that, but I need more straightness at the diagonals, and that'll come. I'm going to keep working on it.